Hello, and welcome back to the Scarworld Season 2 server. I am Vilcata, and this week, well, I think this week we're returning to a place that we don't really talk about anymore, which is the Villager Breeder. Now, we're not actually doing anything with the breeder itself. I mean, not really. But, the truth is that we've ignored this for far too long. I mean, look at this shameful half mountain floating over it, and villagers back here in the little tuckaway cubby thing. It's a temporary holding place for the villager hall. Technically they're outside of the map, and that just ended up not being enough. So we kind of expanded that into more temporary breeding hall or trading hall. This is shameful. This is not meant to be, and and now they're getting out of order, and I can't put this off any longer. And the food situation has gotten really out of hand. When I last talked about this, I had the one double chest up here, and I kept it's just too much. I can't keep up with it. This is a good problem to have, but I don't have enough farmers to trade with to keep up with the villager the food output. This design really came through. The farmers up top are just gangbusters on the food production, and I guarantee that there has been food loss due to these hoppers being full. So this is my quiet underground area of shame. I come down here and I do my dirty work, do some quick trades, and I run through the villagers, and then I'm out and pretend that it didn't happen. And it's been slowing me down also because there's been a few incidents where we've had people on the server who have died to lava or died in a situation where they haven't been able to get their gear back. And so, I'll call people down here and I'll get them set up. And it takes forever for me to get them all set up because, these guys over here, the librarians, there's no signs over their heads. I don't know which librarian's got what. And there's some of the enchantments are up top. It's just all over the place, and it's a giant pain. So we need to get this straightened out. And I think that's what we're going to do this week. So any kind of progress with the villagers obviously must start here, because this is where the trading hall is going to be. And as you can see behind me, there's a lot of obstacles in the way. Now, I haven't decided fully on what the design is going to be yet, but I know that it's going to occupy this space right here. Oh, that's a little close. There you go. And a lot of this is going to need to go. Now, I have been giving it some thought, and I don't think I'm going to clear out the entire mountain. I always kind of assumed I was going to flatten the whole thing out, which kind of would require me to take out the whole mountain, even behind it, to make it not look awkward. And to be honest, it's not a matter of laziness. I'm not opposed to doing that. It's a matter of, I've kind of gotten used to looking at this as part of a defining terrain. So I think what I want to do is I want to build the structure into the mountain. Now, most of it's going to, considering this is the center, is already outside the mountain. Most of it's going to be outside the mountain anyway. But I need to... Would you... This is so rude. He knows I'm not wearing my armor because I'm talking on camera. Yeah, where was I? So I need to define the boundaries of the trading hall, which means I kind of need to define how it's going to look. And I've got some ideas, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the centerpiece here and kind of radiate outwards, and then see how much space it's going to take for me to pack in the villagers. Because oh, jeez. So I don't really know how many villagers I'm going to end up with in the long run. And I need to make sure I have enough space for all the villagers because the design is going to kind of be baked in. You know, the space will be. But I also don't need it to be tons of empty space that's not going to have villagers in it. So let's get started with the basic outline of the middle. Alright, I grabbed a bunch of miscellaneous supplies and laid out a little block here for definition, and probably gonna need to lower that. So I haven't tested this. We're gonna go on a fly here. I'm gonna unload some items. I don't think I'm gonna need all of those, but I got a few extras with me just in case plan A doesn't work. And I think we're gonna end up with quartz. Anyway, I really hope I don't have to remove these later, because it might cause problems. Alright, I'm playing this a little bit by ear here. I don't honestly know for sure this is going to work right. What I want is to try to put down a hopper minecart. As such. Encourage it to move over. And break these things. Alright, so hopefully that worked out pretty smoothly. So we're going to test it to see if it worked. Now ideally what will happen is each barrel has a mine cart dedicated to it. It's crossing the two different hoppers. So if I have an item on this spot and this spot, let's both get picked up in here. Excellent. Wow, this went more smoothly than I expected. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. All right. So this is going to define the center of the map for the breeder. Not the breeder, the trading hall. But we're not going to do a whole lot with it right now. I'm just marking out the area. And there will be a radius around it that will be kind of a no-go zone. Maybe something like this. Yeah, so that will be the radius of this feature. So that's going to, yeah. So this is good. This is good. I like this. It's giving me some space to work with, and I'm going to have to make more decisions about how tall I want the floor to be. I think that I'm going to make the trading hall probably only 1 floor tall, because the style of villager cell is going to pack them in side by side. There won't be spaces between them. But assuming that works, then we're going to be able to pack a lot of villagers in a very small space. And with that, I don't necessarily need a second floor, because I think I'm maybe 1 librarian shy of a full set. If that. I may not need to get any more librarians for the rest of the season, because I pretty much have all the major enchantments. I'm just missing some, you know, crossbow ones and whatnot that I don't really care about. And then, you know, I'll probably expand on the amount of clerics I have for redstone and quartz, not quartz, glowstone. And the farmers won't be up here with the rest of their family, so I don't need space for them. I'll probably grab a few more masons, but I don't really think I'll expand it too much more. So I think I can fit this whole thing on 1 floor. There might be more than 1 floor, but not necessarily for villagers. I can use the second floor for something else, like maybe a proper office. You know, I don't have a home. My villagers have a proper home, but I don't. Well, they have a temporary home, but my home is this glass box right here. That's my home. I'm going to play around with some designs and try to set up a cordoned off area. And I'm definitely going to keep most of this mountain. I've decided that. There are some advantages. I want to be able to do some hidden in the wall things that I can use the mountain to mask. And I like the idea of the building just kind of architecturally jutting out of the mountain. So it's staying. I'll have to mine out a bunch of it, but it's staying. And I can't start mining upwards until I know what the outer boundaries are going to be. So let me get on this. We have a server restart about to happen anyway. So I want to take a quick break here from the time lapse to kind of explain what's going on and actually make some decisions. I guess moving. I need to start moving in villagers, and the reason I say that is because there's going to be a lot of temporary infrastructure in place for getting these guys where they go, and because, to be honest, I don't know this is going to work. So I'm going to stop investing time in building, and I'm going to do some testing, because I didn't do any testing on a test world. But the reason why I got everything closed off in dirt is because I wanted to just kind of mob-proof the area, and I needed to be able to light it kind of reliably, and then I can come back and build around them. So we're going to move a few villagers, see if it works, and then just kind of go from there on the build. So let's... Okay, that should jump straight up. Let's get ourselves some power railage going on. And... Okay. So I think I know who's going to be my first candidate, and I really shouldn't be starting with the important guys first, but that's the order that I want them in. And this way I can talk about the theory behind this. So this is the... Nope. Protection guy, important. Sells bookshelf, buys books, sells glass. So this guy's got the full set. Oh, and there's already rail going to him. So let's grab this. Man, this is a... If I bone this and lose this guy, I am not going to be happy, because this is one of the last guys I got, and it took hours to get him. And I'm also not 100% sure that the top area is mob-proofed. I've gone over it a couple times, but, you know, sometimes you miss things. Alright, so, here's the theory. I break him out of this. He's stuck in this little walkway. And the only place he can go is here. And to his workstation. I know this is no longer his workstation, but he's going to want a workstation. This one's unclaimed. And so, if I understand things right, he will be in range to lock on it, and he'll just walk to it. Now, I know there are designs like this that use the pathing, and they use redstone to close off the top when they jump in. Well, first of all, that's kind of pointless. I mean, it's cool, and I like redstone gimmickry, but it's a one-shot thing. I'm never going to move these guys again. And the other thing is that there's no room to do it, because I'm doing back-to-back guys. I couldn't do a piston scenario here. Although on this one there won't be villagers on the... There won't be librarians on the other side. Go! Alright! Haha! Alright! Alright, it worked! Excellent. So all I need is put that in over his head, and ideally he's forever locked into this. And next we do that. And we go get our next guy. So all we need to do is break this, apply that, and switch this over. Come on. There you go. Alright. And this will start to go faster as we kind of, we work out the system. There we go. Hopefully the other guy's out of his way by now. He's not. There's always a stubborn one, isn't there? There we go. It's finally locked onto it. You know, I knew that could happen. No, 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 no. Get. There you go. Stop. Stop jumping down. You're not on a bed. Would you please? I bet you I can do that. Oh, no, no, no. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? The whole point of the thing is to keep them from... See, you deviate from the script, and dumb things happen. I think we're okay? Maybe? Would you please stop trying to be on the other side of that? I think what we need is for nighttime to happen, and for them to lose their stations, and for him to... Okay, there we go. Walk it off. And one more guy. Go, villager, go. Dun 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 dun. Go, villager, go. Tired of jumping my way up that. Boop. All right. Okay, so this project's getting straight out of hand. I wanted to, I guess, kind of show you guys what's going on here. Because it's just, I've been at this for so long. And there's no way I can show what all I've been doing after I finish closing everything up. And I am not near closing everything up. So this is still part of the trading hall. Get that piece of glass. It's so easy to fall into this place. As you guys know, I like to, you know, as I kind of finish off an area, I like to block it off with something. You know, typically the bricks, because they're a good interior block for mechanical areas that are like service areas. Anyway, all of this is still part of the trading hall. And I've been breaking it off as I have segments done. And I kind of want to give you a little tour of what's going on here. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have the farmers up here. And these barrels and shulkers will be the food types. They overflow into a composter for bone meal, which is another thing. Then that's already run. I'll show you more about that later, but that's this line going down the middle. Is creating bone meal from the overflow. And I have a couple of double chests embedded in the hopper chain, just so we can have a backlog of foods for storage before it overflows into bone meal. Here we have a stream going up. So that stream's going down. That's going off into a water stream that's already been run. But this is all in the mountain, which is why I decided not to take down the mountain, was because I knew I was going to do something like this. And I'm using the mountain to mask all the redstone. Once I hook up the food output down here, you know, downstairs, it will all come up here. Grab, you know, carrots. Boom, 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 boom. Plop in emeralds, plop in carrots, leftovers, which will put them back into the conveyor or the filter line. I've got a theory. Maybe if I didn't spend so much time doing this, these builds wouldn't take so long. Probably wouldn't take so long. If I could just leave a redstone hole alone with the redstone in it and just move on, maybe this wouldn't take so long. Yep, this is a thing. I'm going to hide it somehow. Not quite sure how. But you'll see it. You'll see it when I'm ready to show it to you. Alright. I think we gotta wrap this up. To be honest, I think that it was a little ambitious for me to think that I was going to complete this in one episode. There's just too much going on with this trading farm. And there's just more to do. I can't fit it all into an episode. And, I don't want to montage the entire thing. And there's a lot more I want to show you about this haul and what's going into it. And I didn't want to cut corners. There's so much more I got to do. It's going to take me another week to finish this. So we're going to wrap this up. And I look forward to showing you the final product. I look forward to seeing the final product myself because I don't entirely know how it's going to look. But you can see I expanded on my librarians. Not librarians, clerics. Let's see if we can do this right. Look, more clerics. So redstone won't be a problem in the future. And it's going to be a lot easier just to walk the line. But I can't wait to get the dirt out of these windows on the walls, and and just make this look less generic. There's a lot more to do, and there's more redstoning to do. There's more hoppering to do, and more water lines to do, and there's just so much. And the center feature that I'm very carefully not showing you didn't quite functionally turn out the way I wanted it to. Hence the little text blurb during the video where I said it'll come back to bite me, because saying that it set up smoothly just didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to have to do a lot of off-camera time of trying to fix it or redesign it or something. So I'm going to wrap this up here, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you liked it, leave a like. The spiel. But I look forward to having you guys along on my next episode and getting that up and running. So I will catch you guys then, and thank you very much.